Hello friends, welcome to MAHESH Maths classes. We make it easy, you learn it quickly. The straight line part 1. In this video, we are going to learn about slope of a straight line, intercepts of a straight line. In your lower classes, we have already learned about basics of coordinate geometry, representing a point as an ordered pair, distance between 2 points, a section formula, and area of a triangle when its vertices are given. All this already we have learned. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the properties of a straight line. So in a plane, the horizontal line is called as x-axis. You can write it as xx dash, and the vertical line is called as y-axis. So this is y, this is y dash. Okay. Now these 2 points meet at a point called origin. This is called origin and it is denoted by 0, 0. So you take any point in a coordinate plane, it is denoted in the form of a ordered pair. That is something like a comma b. This is called an ordered pair. Okay, so where this is called abscissa, this is called ordinate. Or A is called x coordinate, B is called y coordinate. Or A is called first coordinate, B is called second coordinate. So generally we use this is abscissa and this is ordinate. So any point in the plane is represented by an ordered pair. So this is x-axis, y-axis, and both x and y-axis meet at a point called origin. Now we'll try to derive the equations of x-axis and y-axis. So let us take x-axis and y-axis here. This is x dash and this is y dash. And this is origin, which is 0, 0. Now you take some points on x-axis, something like this. So this is minus 7, 0. Next, this is minus 5, 0. And next, minus 2, 0. The next one is 1, 0. And the next one is 4, 0. Now if you observe all these points, one thing is common in all these points, that is its y coordinate is 0. So you take any point on the x axis, its y coordinate will be 0. Generally you extend this and some point is here, then you can write it as x, 0. The general form of a point on the x-axis is x, 0. Okay, so you can write any point on x-axis is of the form x, 0. Now here the y value is 0. So if you take any point on this, can I say that it is y is equal to 0? This is nothing but the equation of x-axis. So equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Now you take some more points like this. So what is this point? It is minus 6, 5. And you take some more points like it is minus 4, 5. And this is minus 1, 5. This is 2, 5. And this is 5, 5. And what is common in this? Its y coordinate is same. So join all these points. So can I say the equation of this line is y is equal to 5? So if you observe, this line is parallel to x-axis and it is at a distance of 5 units from the x-axis and it is above the x-axis. So see here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units away from the x-axis. And you take below the x-axis also some points. And what is this point? See, if you observe, it is minus 3, minus 4. And this one is minus 1, minus 4. Similarly, you take some more points here. What about this? It is 5, minus 4. And this one is 8, minus 4. So in this also, join all these points. So can I say that y is equal to minus 4? So if it is above the x-axis, if a line is parallel to x-axis and if it is above the x-axis and if it is of 5 units away from the x-axis, then the equation of that line is y is equal to 5. And what about this line? It is y is equal to minus 4. We are getting negative because it is below the x-axis. So in general, any line parallel to x-axis, the equation of that line is y is equal to k. So which is at k units away from the x-axis, at a distance of k units from the x-axis. Okay, so suppose if a line is parallel to x-axis and above the x-axis at a distance of 10 units from the x-axis, then what will be its equation? Y is equal to 10. So if it is below the x-axis, then it will be y is equal to minus 10. So in general, the equation of a line parallel to x-axis is y is equal to k, and the equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Now we'll find the equation of y-axis. Take some points on y-axis. So this is 0 comma 6, this is 0 comma 4, this is 0 comma 1, this is 0 comma minus 2, and this one is 0 comma minus 5. So if you observe, x value in all these ordered pairs is 0. So can I generalize that it is x equal to 0? So any point on y-axis, the x coordinate is 0. Therefore, the equation of y-axis is x equal to 0, and any point on y-axis is of the form 0 comma x, or you can say 0 comma y, whatever it is. X coordinate is 0 here, 0 comma y. So equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. Let us take some more points here. If you observe, this is 4 comma 7, and this is 4 comma 5, 4 comma 2, this is 4 comma minus 1, and this is 4 comma minus 4. So if you observe and join all these points, so the equation of this line, can you guess it? Yes, it is x is equal to 4. And if you observe the distance between this line and y-axis, it is 4 units. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So this is a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of 4 units from the y-axis. Therefore, its equation is x is equal to 4. And it is right side. That's why it is positive. If you take on the left side, what happens? See here. So what about these points? It is minus 3 comma 3, and this is minus 3 comma 1, this is minus 3 comma minus 2, this is minus 3 comma minus 5, this is minus 3 comma minus 8. Join all these points. So this is at a distance of 3 units from the y-axis and parallel to y-axis. And if you observe, all x values are same. So can I conclude that the equation of this is x is equal to minus 3, because it is 3 units away from the y-axis. It is on the left side. That's why we are taking the negative value. So x is equal to minus 3, x is equal to 4. So somewhere here it is k units from y-axis. Then what will be its equation? Yes, it is x is equal to k. So any line which is parallel to y-axis will be of the form x is equal to k. So equation of a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of k units is x is equal to k. So this is how we get the equation of x-axis and y-axis. Now we learn about slope of a straight line. What is a slope? Before knowing what is a slope, we should know what is an inclination. Okay. So take x-axis and y-axis. Take a straight line. Suppose this is making an angle theta with x-axis. We have to take only the positive side of the x-axis, not this side. So it is making some angle. Here also it is making some angle. But we are not supposed to take on the left side. Okay, so we have to consider only this counterclockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction. Only with the positive direction of x-axis we have to consider this angle. So this theta is called as inclination. So how much angle it is making, that is called inclination. Okay, so here we have to consider this. This is the inclination here, not this. Okay, so the angle made by a line with the positive x-axis is called inclination. Okay, So suppose if theta is the inclination of a line, then tan theta is called the slope of the line. It is very simple. If theta, so if a line is making an angle theta with positive x-axis, then tan of that angle, tan theta, is called the slope of the given line, and it is denoted by m. So the slope of a line is denoted by small m. Okay, now let us take, see, the slope is also called as gradient. So the other name of slope is gradient. Now take a line here. So this is the angle theta it is making. Therefore, what is the slope of this line? So m is equal to tan theta. Okay. Now what is it? Suppose it is, take this theta 2. Let us say this is theta 1. M is equal to tan theta 1. What is its slope? M is equal to tan theta 2. So this is the slope of a line. Okay. Now if you observe here, if theta is acute, then tan theta is positive. That means slope is positive. Here if you observe, this is an acute angle. Let us say it is some 40 degrees. This is 40 degrees. So it is acute angle. And in the first quadrant, tan theta is positive in the first quadrant. So that's why this slope of this line is positive. And if you observe here, suppose it is making some 120 degrees. So it is obtuse angle. And tan 120, that is tan is, it is in the second quadrant. So tan is negative in the second quadrant. Tan is negative in the second quadrant. Therefore, slope of this line is negative. So if theta is acute, slope is positive. And if theta is obtuse, the slope is negative. Okay. And the value of theta always lies between 0 and pi. So that is 180 degrees. Pi is nothing but 180 degrees. Now we learn about what is the slope of a vertical line. So let us take x-axis and y-axis, take a vertical line. So vertical line means which is perpendicular to the x-axis. So it is making an angle 90 degrees with the positive side of x-axis. So what is the tan theta? If theta is 90, so what is its slope? It is tan theta. That is tan 90. What is the value of tan 90? It is undefined. So you take any vertical line. So this angle is 90 degrees. Therefore tan 90 is undefined, infinity. Therefore the slope of a vertical line is undefined. And if you take the y-axis, what is the angle it is making with x-axis? It is 90 degrees. Therefore, the slope of y-axis is also undefined. Okay, so the slope of a vertical line is undefined and the slope of y-axis is also undefined. In other words, the slope of a line parallel to y-axis also we can say. The slope of a line parallel to y-axis is also undefined. Now, let us find out the slope of a horizontal line. So let us take a horizontal line like this. So what is the angle it is making with x-axis? Yes, it is 0 degrees. So what will be its slope? M is equal to tan 0. Tan 0 value is 0. So slope of a horizontal line is 0. You take another horizontal line. So what is the angle it is making with x-axis? It is also 0 degrees. Therefore, its slope is also 0. Tan 0 is 0. And what about the slope of x-axis? What is the angle this x-axis making with itself? It is 0 degrees. Therefore, its slope is also tan 0, that is 0. So, slope of a line which is parallel to x-axis is also 0. Therefore, slope of a horizontal line is 0. Slope of x-axis is also 0. And a slope of a line parallel to x-axis is also 0. So now let us take two parallel lines. So we know that these two are horizontal to x-axis. What is its slope? 0. What about its slope? 0. So when two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. Can I conclude like that? Okay. Otherwise, we'll take these two lines. Now this slopes are not zeros. Now what about this? How much angle it is making with positive x-axis? Let us say theta 1. And it is making an angle theta 2, let us say. And tan theta 1 is the slope, tan theta 2 is the slope here. This is M2 and this is M1. Now if you observe, these two are parallel lines. And this x-axis is working as a transversal. So can I say that clearly theta 1 is equal to theta 2 because these two are corresponding angles. Then can I say tan theta 1 is equal to tan theta 2? Yes. Then can I say M1 is equal to M2? So if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. We can conclude that if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. So here also let us say that this is theta 1, this is theta 2 are the angles it is making with x-axis. Okay. So then tan theta 1 equal to tan theta 2, therefore M1 is equal to M2. That's it. So when two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Now suppose if two lines are perpendicular to each other. So now you take these two lines, let us say this is x-axis and y-axis. This is some L1 and L2, two lines are there. And the angle between them is 90 degrees. Now let us say this line is making an angle theta 1 with x-axis. And what about this line? This is making an angle theta 2. So these two are perpendicular lines. And this L2 is making theta 1 with x-axis and L1 is making an angle theta 2 with x-axis. Now what about this angle now? See, this is complete angle is theta 1 and this is theta 2. What about this angle now? Theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay, so theta 1 minus theta 2, clearly it is 90 degrees. So theta 1 minus theta 2 is pi by 2 or 90 degrees, whatever it is. Now let us apply cot on both sides. Cot theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to cot pi by 2. So what is cot pi by 2 value? Cot 90 value is 0. And what is this formula? Cot A minus B. Cot A cot B plus 1 by cot A minus cot B. So cot theta 1 into cot theta 2 plus 1 by cot theta 1 minus cot theta 2 is equal to 0. So let us assume that the slope of this is M1 and the slope of this is M2. Okay. So now what is its value? Tan theta 1. M2 is tan theta 1 and M1 is tan theta 2 because it is making an angle theta 2 with the x-axis. Now send this new denominator to the other side, it will become cot theta 1 minus cot theta 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Sorry, this is into cot theta 1 into cot theta 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Now I know what is tan theta 2, tan theta 1 values. So let us convert this cot and cot theta 1 and cot theta 2 into tan theta 1 and tan theta 2. So can I write it as 1 by tan theta 1 into 1 by tan theta 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. So that is 1 by tan theta 1 into tan theta 2 is the LCM. So if I take the LCM, it will become 1 by tan theta 1 tan theta 2, sorry, 1 plus tan theta 1 tan theta 2 by tan theta 1 tan theta 2 equal to 0. And send the denominator to the other side. It will become 1 plus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2 equal to 0. Send 1 to the other side. So it will become tan theta 1 tan theta 2 is equal to minus 1. So what is tan theta 1? It is M2. What is tan theta 2? It is M1. Therefore, can I say M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1? So when two lines are perpendicular to each other, then the product of their slopes is equal to minus 1. M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. So if two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes equal to minus 1. If two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. If two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes equal to minus 1. So this rule is applicable for all the lines except x-axis and y-axis. Okay. So now we have learned what is the slope of a vertical line, what is the slope of a horizontal line. Okay, now what if the line is some arbitrary line which is not horizontal, which is not vertical, some random line. So how to find out the slope of that line? So take a point A and another point B and name them as x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now draw perpendiculars from those 2 points and they will meet at a point, let us call it as C. And what will be its point? It is on the same line with B. That is, its y coordinates will be same and the x coordinates of A and C will be same. So this point will be x2 comma y1. And what is the distance between B and C with the same y coordinates? It is nothing but the difference of x coordinates. Therefore, the distance between BC is x2 minus x1. So what will be the distance between A and C? Its x coordinates are same. Therefore, the distance between them is the difference of y coordinates. Therefore, it is y2 minus y1. Now we have to find the slope of this line AB. Let us extend this line. Okay. Now this line BC is parallel to x-axis. Now let us say that this is making an angle theta with x-axis. Then what will be this angle? This also will be theta. Why? Because these BC and x-axis are parallel and this line AB is acting as a transversal. Therefore, these two angles are corresponding angles. Therefore, this angle is theta. Okay. So now, if the angle, the inclination of this line AB is theta, then what about its slope? That is tan theta. M is equal to tan theta. Okay. Now, what is tan theta in this right angle triangle ABC? It is opposite side by adjacent side. So, can I call it as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1? Yes. So, the slope of the line joining the points x1 comma y1 and x2 y comma y2 is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. The difference of y coordinates by the difference of x coordinate will give you the slope of the given line. Okay. So this is the formula. The slope m of a line passing through the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is the ratio of the difference in the y coordinates to the corresponding difference in the x coordinates. So that is nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Let's have a problem on this. So this is find the slope of the line joining the points 4 comma minus 8 and 5 comma minus 2. So let us assume these points as x1 y1 and x2 y2. So what is the slope formula? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So that is minus 2 minus of minus 8 by 5 minus 4. So that is minus 2 plus 8 by 5 minus 4 is 1. That is minus 8. 2 plus 8 is 6. Or you can consider the formula like this. y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 also. It will be one and same. That is minus 8 minus of minus 2 by 4 minus 5. So that is minus 8 plus 2 by minus 1. That is minus 6 by minus 1. That is 6. So anyways the answer will be same. So this is about the slope of a straight line. Now we learn what are the intercepts of a straight line. What are the intercepts of a straight line? Suppose a line is intersecting x-axis at a comma 0. Let us say this is a comma 0 and y-axis at 0 comma b. It is intersecting x-axis at a comma 0 and y-axis at 0 comma b. Then this a is called x-intercept of the line and b is called the y-intercepts of the line. Okay. So if a line intersect the x-axis at a comma 0 and y-axis at 0 comma b, then a and b are called the x-intercept and y-intercepts of the line. So suppose, so here in this case, it is the value of A and B both are positive, like A comma B both are greater than 0. Suppose if it is the case, then how it will be? So here, suppose let us say this is A comma 0 and 0 comma B. In this case here, A is less than 0 and B is greater than 0. And what about this? So suppose it is A comma 0 and this is 0 comma B. Then in this both are negative. A is less than 0 and B is less than 0. And what about this? So this is A comma 0 and this is 0 comma B. So here A is positive and B is negative. Okay, suppose if both the x intercept and y intercept both are 0. See, if you observe, this line is intersecting x axis at 0 and y axis at 0. That is, it is passing through the origin. So if A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, means x intercept is 0 and y intercept is 0, then that line must pass through the origin. Whatever be the line, if this is the line or this is the line, whatever be the line, if the intercepts are 0, x intercept and y intercepts are 0, then that line should pass through the origin. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please comment, like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.